you have to set the highest standard for yourself, because it's the old saying, you shoot for the stars, and if you miss, you at least hit the moon, or at least something like that. But honestly, you have to set such a high standard for yourself, in a sense that it's in whatever you want, in whatever aspect or area of life you want, whatever you want to achieve, try and do the best. Because there's something about just achieving what you want and trying to set a new standard for yourself that is so satisfying, that is so just refreshing in a way where it adds to your life. It adds to the beauty of life. It adds just to, the fruitfulness of it. And it's enjoyable. It should be enjoyable, not a burden or a hassle. Because if it feels like if it's a burden or you don't even want to do it, it's like, don't. Unless it's like an obligation, like, then by all means do what you gotta do. But if it's something you don't have to do and you don't want to do, don't do it. Quite simple. And a lot of times I feel like we're just held to the standards of others. They expect you to do something, so you do it because you're scared to go against the grain and just set your own path, and scared of the judgment that comes with it. When in reality, you'll be judged regardless. You'll be judged regardless from people you know, you don't know, people who are close to you, people who you may just be acquaintances with. You'll be judged. And whatever that judgment is, it doesn't matter. Because whatever you think and believe about yourself, it is your own opinion. You are with yourself 24/7. You are with yourself in the night, in the morning, when you wake up, when you take a shower, when you're going into your casket. You are always with yourself. And that last part was a little eerie, but that's how it is. So whose opinion of yourself should matter the most? Yours. Should be yours. Your opinion should matter the most to you, about you. So who has the ability to take the power from you to say who you are? No, it shouldn't be that way. It's, I determine who I am and I'll express it through my actions. And whether you like it or don't like it, that's on you to decide. It's not my choice. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And we tend to hold ourselves back because of the fear of being criticized or ostracized or, being casted away, I guess you can say, being separated. And in all reality, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being okay being by yourself, because even so, there will be people along the path, along, your life, where they'll accept you for who you are, authentically and wholly. The mistakes you may have, the flaws you may have, and the great things about you, I guess you can say. The positive and the negatives. And they accept that. And I guess that's what unconditional love is. They just accept you for you. That's love, isn't it? They accept you for you. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people say about you. They'll just see it as is. It's like... But once again, you should have that with yourself first. You should want to love and trust yourself. But I feel like a lot of times we're just have a terrible self-image and our self-esteem is low because of what we were taught and what we were shown. It's like, don't do this, don't do that. You're wrong for doing that. You're wrong for believing in this. Or, why are you doing that? It's wrong and it's weird. It's this, it's that. And it's like, you're being pushed outside of yourself to be someone else. And it's like, when will you truly be able to just be yourself? And when will you realize, like, you can only just play by the rules of others for so long, and it's like, till you're unhappy, and then you just keep going, you keep going, and you break. It becomes a burden you can no longer hold on to. And essentially, you have two options. You quite literally have two options. Say, I don't care no more. I'm gonna just do me. I'm gonna just do what I believe and just live how I want to live and live as freely as I want to. Or I'm gonna just go back into the cave and be chained up by the thoughts and perceptions of others and just be content with that. And that's essentially your choice. That's essentially your choice on whether you want to take that or not. And I almost lost the whole track of the video, but it's setting an example for yourself, being specific with it too. Being specific with it. How do you want to act? How do you want to behave? How do you want to feel about yourself? How do you want to think? What are the thoughts you want to think? What is, the things you want to do? How do you want to spend your time? All that, everything. You have to talk with yourself. That can be the scariest thing. And it's not even the scariest thing, but sometimes we just don't have time. We don't have time because we're so caught up with jobs, bills, people wanting us to do this and that. And it's like, when will we have the time to just sit there alone in silence and just communicate with ourselves? When will we be able to do that? And who knows what it takes for you. Who knows what it takes for you? For some people, it may just be just cutting half an hour just off their screen time just to sit there and just talk to yourself. Be like, okay, well, where am I going? Where am I going? What is the path I'm setting myself on? Is it where I truly want to go? Is it truly the life I want to live? Is it truly just the end all be all? And we get so lost with the obligations we have. It's like we can never see the bigger picture. We can never see the bigger picture and where it's leading us 5, 10, 15 years down the road. And as if there's no sort of self-awareness. You're just going life, just passing by, just letting everything pass you by. And next thing you know, time has passed. Time passes so fast. We all know this. We all know time passes by fast. Especially now more than ever, where our brain is just on an automatic, just standby mode with just looking at phones, looking at this, going here, going there. And it's like, time flies. Time goes on. Life goes on. Now, will you progress with it, or will you just stay the same, essentially? Even so, it's like we're always moving towards somewhere. We're always moving towards a direction, always achieving something, whether it's comfort, a sense of security, growth, prospering, whatever it is, you have to look at it and just say, where am I going? And what is the standard I have to set for myself? What are the rules, the things that come with it, the good, the bad, all of it. Whether it be relationships, not just boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, but even just friendships, family members. How do you want to just communicate with them in a sense? What is okay with you and what is not okay with you? What are the things that, you do not like, you will not allow? No sort of tolerance. No tolerance. That's how it has to be sometimes. And setting a standard for yourself too. You can't just say, I expect this out of a person when you yourself don't abide by a standard, when you yourself don't abide by the same rules at an even greater degree. Because you are just painting your own canvas, and it's like you want the best for yourself in a sense. You want the best for yourself. And even so, it's like, getting held back and people telling you what you should do. They also want the best for you in that same aspect. But what they think is the best for you. They think doing this, doing that, the plan they set for you is the best plan. but essentially it could be miserable for you. You may not like it. You may know deep down, I don't want to do this, but they told me so, I might as well. But that's not the best plan for you. You really just have to ask yourself and just act accordingly. Act accordingly. And, whatever comes to mind, just follow it. Follow your own curiosity. Follow your own mind. Follow your own intuition. And just see where it takes you. See where it takes you, because this is where it took me. It took me to just creating YouTube videos, to getting a guitar, to reading, to playing more soccer. That's where it's taken me so far. And I expect more in the future. I expect different things to come in the future, and I am embracing it. I am open to it. I am vulnerable. There'll be mistakes. There'll be, things like that, and I'm okay with it. It's great that it's gonna happen, because that just means I'm growing. The scars of success, if we want to call it that, the scars of success, we get hurt in the process of trying to become better and being vulnerable, open to it. Because on one side, it's like there's what is fun, and the other side is what makes you better. What makes you better at whatever you want, a better communicator, a better lover, a better friend, a better, football player, a better speaker, whatever it might be. What makes you better? And on the other side of that is what makes you feel good, being on your phone, social media, and the things that, by what makes you feel good, I mean the short burst, the short term and long term, separating the two. The short term being just social media, junk food, movies, shows, and it's like, it's nothing wrong with that every once in a while. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's like, I guess it's a balance, or even just don't lose yourself to it. You don't lose yourself to it. You don't let it have a grip on you. You don't let it control your life. I guess that's the main part, because it's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with watching YouTube, Netflix, shows, anime. Nothing wrong with that. And you like what you like. You could like that. You could love it. By all means, do what you want. But don't be so consumed by it that it's like you can't set that aside for a moment, saying this has to be done. And that could be the reward. That could be the reward if that's what motivates you, if that's what you want to do with it. Because it's like, for me, I personally feel no sort of attachment to shows or nothing like that. So it's like, I can say that, and it's easy for me. But for some other people, it's hard, because they just enjoy watching it. They enjoy it, and they like what they like. I can't control that. They like what they like, so by all means, enjoy it. And by enjoy, I mean, when you do it, enjoy it. Be there, watch it. Don't do it. I would say don't do it too much, because we have priorities that we need to focus on. Unless you're like some movie critic, then it's like, okay, that comes with, everything comes with the territory. But I guess just don't get lost in it. Have a sense of priorities, a sense of urgency in what we need to do. And I guess, who do we want to become? That's a final note. Who do we want to become? What is the legacy we want to leave behind? What comes after us? After we're gone, what in one area, it's like, what will people say? He was a hustler. She was a hustler, a grinder. He was, ambitious. She was ambitious. She, whatever. you acted on what you wanted. That's what mattered. You know, you set up for so many people, you lived life how you wanted. And that's essentially what comes to. You lived life to how you wanted, you acted how you wanted, and you held yourself to the highest standard because you knew deep down you could do it. And you wanted the most for yourself, and you wanted the best for yourself, regardless of what people say. Because in the end, you could also help them. In the sense that if you believe me, you're gonna reap the benefits too. So just trust the process. Trust the process. And I just want to leave it off there. You know, it's a beautiful night. I won't lie. It was raining earlier. And I was working, so I didn't experience it. And it was also raining in the night. Yeah. Or morning. It was also raining in that area time. But you know how it is. And I'm not gonna lie, I did get a haircut. Like, you see, I got a haircut. It's not, my hair's not even done right now, so it's all over the place. Like, it looks crazy and just pitch black, but just I got a haircut, and this is the shortest I've had it in a while because it's always been like at least to like right here. But right now it barely reaches my eyebrow, if even that. Because before, like those videos you'll probably see a few days from now, it was like reaching right here, like reaching my lip. And like this top part would like reach down like right here, and it's like, okay. The side was like long too. I'm like, okay. But it's crazy to see the progression of like how I did my hair. Because when I was a kid, I had it slicked back, just all the way back, like, yeah, and it was like long too. So it was like, what would be a good example? I can't think of one. And I stuck with that for so long, until probably end of middle school, beginning of high school. And then I got the side part, the undercut, that's what it's called. And I got it in the worst way possible. Looking back now, it was like, you know, to the side, and then it'd be like a one straight across, no sort of fade until later. And it was like, I'd get like a 0.5 to like a 1 or something like that, and it's like a bit better. But and then I had it like forward, like I think it's called like a forward fringe or something like that. It was like forward. I can't really put my hair like that now, but essentially it was kind of like that. That was as of recently. I did it for like 2 months, 3 months. And I just changed it to the middle part ish. I've been experimenting with it, so it's like, you know, I've been thinking like dyeing my hair. Would I even look good? I don't know, cause I think this is fitting me the most, like splitted. I'll be honest, I think this is fitting me the most, and I like it. I think it's good until I find something that's better. The back is a drop fade. I think that's what it's called. It's like a V, and then it's like a fade. But because I've been experimenting with different lengths, and because I've tried the drop fade, a burst fade at different lengths, and it's like I'm just trying to figure out what works. And you know, just trying to look good. Because you know how it is. Just, why not? And you know, enough of this yap session. Enough of this fun little talk. I just enjoyed just speaking my mind wherever it takes me. But you know, if you're still here, glad you stuck around. hearing me talk, I guess. Just final moments, you know. Dreamers, turning dreams into reality. Love you forever and always. See ya.